So I went for this bumper because it was a little bit cheaper. I don't understand this. This one was cheaper because it has these fog light fills, which we have fog lights. So they're just like little grills in there. And I thought they were separate, and they're not. They're part of the bumper. So I'm going to have to Dremel those things out. Because I don't think there's anything different between this bumper and the old bumper. I need to see if I can mount the fog lights into this one. But we got pretty much everything. I even got that little fill thing there. I got to go get it. It's in my mailbox. I'll be back. I think it's kind of fun unfolding these bumpers to see if they're actually going to be good or not. I don't know. I like heating them up and watching them expand. It's kind of cool. And they for the most part, I haven't had any of them that didn't really take shape too well. They pretty much all do. So, yeah, this one, I mean, the only area that is still kind of bent a little bit is like right here along the bottom edge. And you're not even going to see that when it's on the car. So, I'm not really worried about it. Like, everything else went back to shape pretty well. Might need to heat this up a little bit. I see a little bit of an angle there. It'll all form back to shape, and then just being on the car and out in the sunlight and stuff, it'll take shape. So that little piece was an actual Nissan piece. It was like $12, $12.99, something like that. Yeah, and I need to see if I can fit fog lights. In fact, I'm fairly certain I'm not going to fit fog lights in there without dremeling those out. Oh, darn it. Was hoping I could. So they are, in fact, not going to fit until I cut them out. So I'll probably cut them out from the backside. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out. I'll show you, because the original fog lights come out and they're flush with those holes. So right there's one in the bumper, as you can see. And it's out flush with it. And it does look like this one over here, I think we're going to be able to save. It's still in there, but it cracked the mount. But it's still holding in place. I don't even know what's holding it in there. Something. So there's like metal washers melted into those, and that's what holds them in place. I have that metal staple thing. And we can do that. This outer, that piece right inside of there is part of the bumper, and all I gotta do is melt this back onto the other one, and this fog light's actually gonna be okay. It's surprising. That one's the same way. That the mount is just melted in. So yeah, we will have to modify our new bumper, but it's gonna be fine. The under tray even fared out. Now, a couple, the bolt pulled through and stuff right there, but I think it's going to be fine when we put it on the new bumper. Yeah. But we went with, this is what we splurged on. We went with the SCR headlights. They were $165, somewhere around there. All they are is black housing. It's not really any different than the originals. I haven't, oh my God. Oh my God. But yeah, so we splurged on them. I could have saved myself a ton of money if I would have just got one at the junkyard, which both of those that I saw in there did not have a good headlight. I could have just got an OEM original, cleaned them up. It would have been fine, and I probably should have went that route because I have more money in this car than I thought I did. It's not ideal. Trying to stay on the cheap ain't always cheap. Or I just failed. I think I just failed. But before we do any of this work, I need to get my beautiful Z out of here. We had a winter storm. I brought it in, tucked her away. Said goodnight. Made sure she didn't get dirty. Even though she's very dirty. I've been daily in it. I don't know what you expect from me. We ordered a brand new strut for this side. New strut. We got the washer bottle on that core support. We're going to use it. I got a horn. Spark plugs. I haven't done that on a car in a while. This thing has 190,000 miles on it. It runs good, but I thought, why not just fully service it? So I'm going to put brand new spark plugs in it. Oil filter. I got the oil. The filter didn't come yet. And, yeah. It's gonna be a good. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's already sold. I have somebody told me that they have somebody that wants it, so there's that. It's kind of nice to have a good reputation. You know, it makes things a lot easier, and it makes the channel flow a lot better. Another thing I ordered, Nissan seat covers. They're not like, they're like a universal Nissan seat cover, but they're black leather. I got 2 of them to fit, and the grill looks nice in there. It looks nice. Not on my Z, but it looks good down there. So anyways, we'll get back into this tomorrow. I'm going in for the night. I worked. It's late. Gotta take the new kitties to their first vet appointment tomorrow. And then we're gonna jump into this thing. Maybe get the front end together. I'm getting paint tomorrow too. Forgot about that. Yay. So we got a nice little surprise at the vet today. We got a clean bill of health for both our little kitties. And we also found out that little Shelly here, come here, you little huzzy, is Sheldon. This is a boy. We just trusted that the lady knew what she was talking about when she.
He's a huzzy now. You just called it a huzzy, didn't you?
Well, I just want, he's a bro now. What up, bro? So we got 2 boy Maine Coons. And he's healthy. So we're still going to call him Shelly, but his full name's Sheldon now. Not Shelly. He's a pretty boy. Sorry if I triggered you people for misgendering my cat. Some more stuff came. I got paint and I got clear coat, and I was just like, give me the cheap stuff. And I didn't realize the cheap stuff was not the stuff that I normally use. It was shop line, but there's different levels of shop line. So I got acrylic urethane instead of polyurethane. And I decided I'm not going to use that. I'm going to take it back. Struts here. Oil filters here. Oils here. Spark plugs are here. The seat covers I ordered. I put one on. It's better than duct tape. We'll just put it that way. So I do have to put the other seat cover on. I originally only ordered one, and then the guys at work made me feel guilty that I didn't buy a second one. They're like, why would you not? So I bought a second one. They're $20 a piece on Amazon. Nissan seat covers, and they're not like a full seat cover. But while I was in the process of putting that on, I found the crash module, and it's like very easy to get to. So here's the driver's seat. If you push the seat up the whole way, right down there, you can just barely see it, is the crash module. It's right under the driver's seat. So that's awesome. Makes me like these cars a little bit more. A little easier to work on. Trying to find like factory seat covers, and I ended up going with these. And they'll break in, but they're like leather, and they have Nissan on them, which looks kind of fancy. And then this just kind of, you just fit it for that. So yeah, it doesn't seem to slide around, and that's the main thing. I hate when a seat cover slides around on you. I have it anchored in really good. The only piece of advice I can say for you is there's a piece that you pull down through in the back, and then anchor in the back. So it has an extra pouch here to put stuff in. Tie a knot in that string, loop it down through that inside piece that you pull through the seat, and then take it back up and hook it on top of the knot. That pulls it a lot tighter and makes it fit the seat a lot better. So I'll eventually get the other one on, but we have a lot of things to do today. Oh, and the headlights, I found that I had LED bulbs here. They're the same LED bulb that the Camaro took. So I had a set of LEDs. I put those in the headlight bulbs so we'll get to see what they look like. And then the fog lights, I also had LEDs to go in there. So I put those in. So that's going to give the front end a nice updated look. So I'm going to go ahead and try to put this other seat cover on right now. I'll just speed through that. And then we'll see what it looks like together. Now since we're in here, and they don't have torch bits on that airbag. They're just regular 10s. Why the one up in the yard have torch bits? Anyways, I don't have the battery hooked up, so I'm going to go ahead and throw that steering wheel bag in, and we might as well take the crash module out too. That, my friends, is not the crash module. I don't know what I was thinking. I looked down there and I swore I saw yellow plugs. Now that I'm down here and I got it out, I definitely do not. Although I did find a couple dollars worth here and change, so that kind of, you know, makes up for it. There's also a random cotter pin right here. I don't know where that's from. And pistachios, and there's a cigarette butt, and a couple other things. A couple other goodies. Yeah, so like I thought, the crash module is probably right inside of here. So I see some Phillips there, so I guess I'm going to start working on that. And yeah, we'll get to it. What's under the other seat? Is there anything under the other seat? Yeah, I'll look it up online before I go tearing anything else apart. I just, for some reason, thought for sure I was correct, and I was not. I decided to switch directions. I am going to get, I think, the airbag module. We'll see, because I remember in the past there was a car I had that it blew the seatbelt retractor. It's not an airbag, but I didn't have to get it reset. And when I put the new parts in, the airbag light went out. I never actually scanned the codes on this, so now that I got a new airbag in it, I'm going to see what kind of codes pop up. But I'm going to go ahead and wire in the headlight harness, and we're going to do this whole core support and everything and get all of this buttoned up front. So I already took the horn off. That horn was bad. It's good. I got to rewire that plug, which I have over here, if you remember. So I cut it and left enough on there to splice in. That is this plug. That's why I did that. I don't know about you, but that seems pretty close. Yes, we had to use some desperate measures here to get this thing to fit right, but yeah, we did. What happens is sometimes whenever these hoods get hit, normally you replace the hood hinges and you replace the hood and stuff like that. Well, we're reusing this hood, and the hood hinges seem to be okay. But the problem is whenever it hits that hard that it bends the core support or pushes the hood back, it sometimes messes up this inner structure right here where the hood latch goes down in. So that was what happened. It actually pulled the inner structure down. So every time I put it down, I was getting no adjustment. My hood wasn't latching completely. So what I had to do was put a block of wood down and slam the hood down on the block of wood so it would push that inner structure up in and not look horrible like I beat it a bunch of times with a hammer. So what it did was push the whole latch mechanism up into the hood, and now it comes down perfect, latches perfect, and everything. So that's good. Core support, I did have to adjust it. This core support is actually not as nice as the one that was on it. I mean, yes, it's not damaged, but it's got a little bit more rust, and I've had a couple of the bolts break off, so I had to, I know I have a bunch of Nissan bolts here from that core that I got for my 370, but and it was also bent slightly down here on this corner. I got it pushed back in and got it bolted, so we're okay there. As you can see, it's a little bit wavy right here because that was bent. It was bent in, and I hammered it, just kind of eyeballed it there and got it as straight as I could. But yeah, I think we should probably put the headlight in and put the headlights in. Well, I can't really put the headlights in yet because this fender's, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of finagling on this fender to get it kind of in the ballpark. So I'm gonna try that, and then we'll see if I can get the headlights fitted in here. Yeah, let's do that. Now I'm already seeing, I remember why I never used these LEDs. This is low beam. Do you see a concentrated beam at all? There's no Like, high beams, yes. High beams look really good. But the low beams are like... I remember using these now. That's why I still had them. So, yeah, this is not going to be kosher. I actually have the original stock bulbs that came out of my Camaro. I think I might just throw those in. They are halogen, but I think they were, like, really good halogen bulbs. So, I think I might throw those in here. I did upgrade the side markers to LEDs, which I forgot I had to check. I have this one right here inside of there. I have that one correct, but you can switch them, the polarity. So I have this one incorrect. So I got to take the bulb out and flip it and put it back in. As for the hood, yes, we still have bodywork to do. You can see I just kind of shaped it a little bit, but we still have a little room to go here. The fender still has a lot to go, but honestly, for just like, you know, kind of hammering it back to shape, I'm pretty happy with how everything's fitting, to be honest with you. I was worried that this was not going to fit good, and in fact, there is more of a gap here than I like, but they might just have to deal with that, since we're going to reuse this fender. I was in the middle of that thinking, you know, I probably should just get a new fender, but I think we can make this one work. I think it can work. But anyways, I think that's good enough for one day. What do you think? I mean, that's pretty good progress. Next video, which is going to be tomorrow for me. I think I'm going to go ahead and throw the strut in. We might do spark plugs, oil, and stuff like that. And then probably try to do some more of this body work. I'd like this headlight to fit better, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not. Yeah, I'm afraid that hood doesn't need to come forward. See what I'm saying here? Fender comes to here, and then it notches back to the hood. I think that'll make this fit a lot better. So I'm going to maybe work on that. So if you like this video, smash that like button. Consider subscribing. Drop me a comment. Let me know what color your underwear are. Hopefully they're not Choco Glass. Ew. And we'll see you on the next episode on Rex. Zoe, come here. Okay. You're just gonna play in the sneakers. Okay. Here comes Stew Man. Stew Man. What? Do you want to see me? He has been testing Stewie every day. He knows how to get on his nerves. Don't pick on my Stew Man. Oh, Sheldon, how are you? Oh, Estella, how are you? He just hissed at you. How do you feel about that? Shelly. Sheldon. Now you just hissed. What are you doing? Stewie. You're being bad. Hey. He's like, I don't care. Come here, kittens. He's in attack mode. I'm still not over. What was that? Stewie? What are we doing here? Huh? Get it. Say bye-bye. Or chew on my hoodie strings. Okay. That's what we're doing now.